Okay, Plastiguage. I generally use the green. Green is 1/1000th to 3/1000th of an inch. I believe our spec on this is 0.005, 0.0005 to 0.0015. So that is a half of a thousandth to 1.5 thousandth of an inch. Should be our oil clearance. If you notice, there's 2 green in here and 1 red. Red is for looser clearances, 2 to 6 thousandths. But what this is a little strip of wax. It's a predetermined size. You cut a piece of it. You cut a piece of it. Lay it across here, torque your cap down, then you use the little scale there to measure the width of it. So we're going to get set up and do that. This is what it looks like. It looks like a small piece of fishing string, but it's literally wax. And we're going to cut a piece about 1 inch long and lay it on that journal and then torque the main cap to spec. Okay, so our Plastiguage mainly stuck to the bearing. But I do have enough there that I can measure it. So let's look here. It's close to 2/1000th. It looks like it's about 2/1000th of an inch. Actually, 1.5 seems to be closer. 1.5's within spec. 2/1000th of an inch would be a little bit loose, but I believe it would still work. That looks to be about 1.5 thousandth. Not much stuck to the crank journal. You can see a little bit there. Let's see. It's a little cold in the garage today. It's probably a bad day to be doing this, but I'm on the millimeter side, that's why. 1.5. 1.5 thousandths. That's in spec. There's I don't know if you can see it there, a piece of Plastiguage on the main. We're going to check. Okay, here you can see the Plastiguage. I took my torque wrench, I torqued it 95 foot-pounds. So the 340, the mains go 95 foot-pounds. 318, all the others are 85. I do not know why they want an extra 10 pounds on the 340, but that's the spec out of the Chilt manual. We are at 15/1000th of an inch Plastiguage on our rear, our rear main cap with the oil seal in it. So that's Plastiguage, folks. That's pretty much the gist of it. I'll check all the rest of these. We'll torque them down. We'll get the rear main installed and lube up the mains and get this crank installed permanent.